Black Card and check out all the perks. Like access to over 2,000 locations? You got it. Bring a guest anytime. That's right. And relax and unwind with massage chairs and more. Plus, get tons of variety and space to move in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Join Planet Fitness today and get all the perks of the PF Black Card.
Get all the perks at Planet Fitness Utica. For more details, visit planetfitness.com.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
One touch, a shot, saved by Kaufman. None. Shot on, stopped by Coughlin.
To his left, Tavernisi scores! To Ronaldinho, he shoots, he scores! Goldman scores! Cunningham, he shoots! Wilkin makes a huge save!
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Counterattack chance, Swift scores!
Here I come. You can't hide.
Great setup, Goldman, Segura scored!
You are looking live at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium on a sunny Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the MASL on Twitch. Utica City FC looks to finish out the weekend with 5 key points out of a possible 6, while the Empire Strykers set foot in, fittingly, the Empire State. Our coverage today is presented by SI Tix. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. And by Quentas, the official financial technology partner of the MASL. App, card, wallet. Quentas has everything you need to manage your money your way. Visit Quentas.com today to learn more. We'll have a lot more momentarily, but let's go downstairs for our pre-game player introductions. And after our player introductions, we will keep it downstairs as we will have a special tribute to a recently departed member of the Utica City FC family, former season ticket holder Michael Van Allen, who died at 51 in September. Back downstairs to Tim Best for more on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this past September, Utica City FC lost a dear friend and beloved season ticket member. In honor of Michael Van Allen's memory, we ask that you join us in recognizing a moment of silence. Thank you. Joining Utica City FC's general manager, Tommy Tanner, on the field is Michael's wife, Melissa, daughters Carly and Jenna, and son, Lucas. Be gifted with a team-signed soccer ball. Thank you for your continued love and support. Fans, please remain standing as we honor our great nation with the singing of our national anthem, performed this afternoon. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on Twitch. Send us a message in our Twitch chat and we just might read it live on air during this afternoon's broadcast. Well, last night, what a night it was in the Major Arena Soccer League. 10 teams, 5 matches, and an absolutely crazy one here on the blue turf in Utica, New York, as Utica unseated Mesquite in overtime. An 11-goal first half. The match was leveled 5 different times, and an 8-8 score led us into OT, where Gordy Gerson put a very quick nail in the coffin with an overtime hat-trick goal for the 9-8 win. Utica overcomes the efforts of Pollo Cortez between the pipes and Luis Morales on the field, who had 5 goals for the Outlaws. For the Empire Strykers, tough luck yesterday in a 6-4 loss at Baltimore, despite leading in shots 43-24, but the Strykers never gave up. They were down 6-2 at one point at the outset of the fourth quarter. They scored a couple of late ones, but it just wasn't enough to get over the top. Mo Ndiaye and Frank Tayu, 2 of the league's premier scorers, with a pair of goals apiece. Who to watch for in this match today? We'll start with Empire. And you've got to look at Berto. Robert Palmer is a player to watch, an Elite Six defender last year in the MASL. He had 7 points against the city in a pair of matches, which, of course, Empire, then known as the Ontario Fury, they won them both. Nilton DeAndrade has been spectacular here in his rookie season. He has 4 goals on the home floor and a 3-game point streak, and is certainly someone to watch, and maybe flies a little bit under the radar relative to a Gordy Gerson, so sometimes you got to work your way down the card a little bit and give some of those guys that have really boosted this team's profile and confidence in the early season. You have to give those guys some love too, even though Gordy Gerson right now, an absolutely spectacular stat line, 8 goals, 7 assists, and 15 points. These two teams, again, they met twice last year, 4-3 here on the home floor for Utica. Nate Bordeaux tied the match at 3 early in the fourth quarter before Robert Palmer put the game away with the match winner late. And then a 15-5 loss for Utica at Ontario. 5 goals and 2 assists for Frank Tayu in that contest. Nate Bordeaux and Everton Morera, the head coach of Utica City, with a pair of goals apiece. Our goalkeeper matchup today, Andrew Coughlin, with his 8th start of the season, has started every game for Utica. And Chris Toth at the other end, one of the modern greats in the MASL. He has played for San Diego, Tacoma, and Empire among the teams he's played for in his career. We are up and running here at the Odd this afternoon. Let's get going. Robert Palmer touches it back to Chris Toth, 3rd-generation goalkeeper for the Strykers. And already a stoppage in play and a free kick coming up front for Utica City FC, and it will be spotted top of the box. Segura and Bordeaux are standing back behind it. Utica's set pieces yesterday were very crisp. We'll see what Tavernisi's got today, and he labels one just wide of the woodwork on the right-hand side. It hops back to Bo Yelovitz. The corner pad came off the glass. I'm sure they'll replace that at the next available stoppage. Bordeaux to Bo Yelovitz. Those two connecting for a goal yesterday. And now back to Andrew Coughlin, who hikes it across midfield. In our Twitch chat, the Dr. Jonathan Reimer, broadcaster for the Empire Strykers, joining us today. He asked if my license plate says Mr. Big on it. The answer to that is unfortunately no, but that's a great idea for later. The Strykers out on the counterattack quickly. Down the far side, Pacheco tries to shoot from distance, and a sliding block by Gerson will send it out of play. Another great look at it here. Gerson just does a really good job closing up as Pacheco settles in for the shot. Deep free kick coming for the Strykers. Out of the Inland Empire. If you're wondering where the Empire comes from, well, it's an area just outside of Los Angeles. Tapete has it spotted up for the free kick. Did a little feint there on the cross attempt before it came over to Stinson, who shoots. That's blocked by Alava. Strykers will reset at midfield. Stinson Played the first couple years of his career for the hometown St. Louis Ambush. He's from St. Charles, Missouri, which is where the Ambush called their home out at the Family Arena, but he's in his 4th year now with Empire. He had a hat trick in the opener against Tacoma. Downfield open on the wing to Pinte. Not able to settle it on the foot in time to get a good strike. And now held up at midfield by Empire. Denied at the zone line by Dylan Hundo. Tied for the team lead in blocked shots with 7 of them. Alongside the out of the lineup, Logan Roberts, who is still dealing with injury. Just over 2 minutes have elapsed here on this Sunday afternoon. Another packed card today on the schedule for the Major Arena Soccer League, and we appreciate you choosing this one for your early viewing today. Downfield, Gio Alves sent it into the corner for Fernandez, trying to fend off the defensive challenge. City sends back to midfield on the reset. Quentin Swift sends it forward. Fernandez in there battling up against NDI. It ends up back in neutral territory again. Ronaldinho shooting wide as he switches to the right foot. Hasn't been a factor in Utica's last couple of games. Has 1 goal this season, the native of Brockton, Massachusetts, who once played at Boston College. Bo Jelovic at center, out of Belgrade, Serbia. Hundelt in his first year with the City, now to Bordeaux, who skies it downfield to the slippery Gordy Gerson. Hat trick yesterday, including the overtime game winner for Utica. He's in his first year with the club. Crossed off the glass by Nate Bordeaux. Isak Sama runs it down on the other side. Had about 1,000 likes on Instagram for his goal against the Florida Tropics, by the way, which definitely made its way around our corner of the internet in the MASL. Isak battling here with Adam James, a 50-50 ball, and James is able to corral it for the Empire Strykers. Head coach Jimmy Nordberg, the 2021 MASL Coach of the Year, at the controls today. Stolen away by Gerson on the counterattack, running him down with Stinson. Really good back pressure by the Strykers. And Empire will go back into their buildup after that turnover. Downfield, Frank Tayu, a modern legend of the indoor game. The 2019-20 MASL MVP has 156 points with this club alone. Right wing side, it's Isak Soma with the shot, blocked away by an ankle to the corner. Back in our Twitch chat again. Feel free to drop your comments, your questions if you have them. Pitch side with Panda says it's another great day for indoor soccer. And a hello to the Philemon household out in Los Angeles. I know they're watching this one today. The other 2/3 besides Jonathan Reimer of the Empire broadcast team. I'll have my Twitch question of the day a little bit later on. Milton De Andrade out in the high press, nearly intercepts it. Now races towards Chris Toth as it's worked around to Uzi Tayu, of course the brother of Frank Tayu. And a pretty remarkable defender in his own right. Adam James. He'll hustle off now for the Strykers. Uzi Tayu to Toth. Toth's grandfather played for the Hungarian national team. And his father, Zoltan Toth, one of the all-time great indoor keepers. Won more championships than most players will even have an opportunity to win in their careers. Believe he won 5 of them with San Diego alone. Christian Segura. Speaking of players who have played for San Diego. Swift upended in neutral territory. Foul awarded, free kick given. Our match today presented in part by Quentas. If you want free mobile service for life, download the Quentas app today and use promo code MASL, the official financial technology partner of the MASL. Downfield to Fernandez after it took a big hop off the boards. Ronaldinho shooting wide. Strykers defensively do a nice job to get things cleaned up. Robert Palmer in the center of it all. Long attempt from the zone line is corralled by Toth. And the ball up and out of play. It was last touched by the Empire Strikers and by Alan Perez. Gio Alves sends it across, and immediately there's a hard foul. Mustafa Guy, the player applying the pressure there. Another look at it there. And Utica will take possession on the free kick, and they immediately flip the field with it. Gordy Gerson working one-on-one with Nestor Hernandez. The ball rolls harmlessly back to Chris Toth, and Toth immediately gets it out to Perez at center. Banked off the far boards. That will provide an opportunity for Cesar Correa to step in. He's got 6 blocked shots this year in his first year with City. Centrally to Hugo Magana Jr., who said once that he would be a sports psychologist if he wasn't playing professional soccer. Great play design by the Strikers to get Perez in the open. He scores. Great play off the controlled breakout by the Empire Strikers, and Adrian Perez has his 5th goal of the season. His 3rd point of the weekend. He had a couple of assists in last night's loss at Baltimore, and he sends this one to the shelf to bring up our media timeout. Very busy day around the MASL today. The Heat and the Tropics getting going about the same time as this one. Big Eastern Conference matchup. The Florida Tropics already up 2-0. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Empire Strikers very recently beat the Florida Tropics. No doubt a huge win for the Western Conference in that regard, especially when you consider the Tropics were one of the 2 finalists last year against San Diego. The Chihuahua Savage and the Monterey Flash get going at 4:35 p.m. EST. And rounding out our day at 9:05, it'll be the Sidekicks and the Sockers. Busy, as always here in January in Utica, with 2 more home games after today before this month is out. They'll play St. Louis on Sunday at 2 o'clock, so a week from today. January 29th, they'll host Baltimore. And it will be the first home match against the Blast this season. So it's Perez who has Empire up 1-0 on a crisp transition finish. And we come out of the timeout. Utica will kick it off to restart play. Joey Tavernisi with 5 goals this weekend in all competitions, M1 and M2. He had a hat trick on Friday night for Rochester out in Muskegon in the M2 before he came back and scored a pair last night. He has not been held off the score sheet this entire season, just like Gordy Gerson, who kept his point streak with Utica going. Out at center, Mustafa Guy. Downfield, another good transition to Adam James. This time he is erased by Nilton De Andrade, the former UMass Boston Beacons. Tavernisi pushed off of it, a scrum along the boards. Tavernisi almost on all fours. And finally, play is brought to a halt as there was a bit of a cleanup on aisle 5 in the right wing corner. Drop ball. Great recovery by Ronaldinho, and immediately he lifts one right at Uzi Tayu, who blocked it but paid the price. He's right back up to his feet, appears to be A-OK. Ronaldinho enters into Fernandez. Toth was sliding out. I think Tapete may have got a piece of it before it got there, as he sprawled out and put his heels up. If you're just joining us, it's 1-0 Empire on an early goal by Adrian Perez. Hometown product for the Strykers out of Ontario, California. Just a really, really vibrant soccer culture that's evolved out there in Los Angeles. Multi-team MLS town now. What a redirect in front, they score! The setup by Justin Stinson, and the finish by who else but Frank Tayu. His 8th of the season, and that was an absolutely remarkable touch to get it into the back of the twine. Spectacular play from the King Tayu, who had 7 points in his last meeting against Utica. Stinson will get credit for the assist. Downfield, Adam James. Bordeaux sends it back to Coughlin. And now here's Wadalava in his 2nd year with the team. Will step over move as he approaches the line. Challenge comes up from Magana. Milton DeAndrade. Left wing side being marked up one-on-one. Slid it through to the back side of the play. Nobody home for City. Nestor Hernandez defending that time for Empire. .446 left here in the opening quarter. Free kick for Empire. Toth. Downfield to Tayu. Out to pressure is Bo, the co-captain of Utica City FC. In his 9th year playing professional indoor soccer, has 6 points in his last 3 matches. Milton DeAndrade off the recovery for City. And accounted for well by Mo NDI. Down in midfield is Correa. That will prompt a whistle. .4:15 to play here in the opening quarter. And Correa appears to be fine as he will waddle over to the Utica bench. And Everton Moreira, the head coach, again, if you missed the top of the show, he had a couple of goals last year against the then Ontario Fury, and now coaching against them with Utica this year. And definitely this is not Everton's first rodeo at either. Playing or coaching, or sometimes even both. Did that with St. Louis for a while. Still remember the time in, I believe, what was Utica's first year. As there's a takeaway at the zone line. More of that story later. Tavernisi to the back door, and unable to guide it home was Gio Alves. He just pressed it wide. City will reset at center. But I remember City was up huge on St. Louis, and Everton, being the offensively aggressive type that he is sometimes, pulled the keeper, put himself in as the extra attacker, and went out and booted one from the zone line, and just kind of looked around like, all right, guys, I got this. Launched an absolute rocket launcher, and you could tell it was the mark of a guy who was pretty frustrated with how his team was playing at that moment. Down the right wing side, Tavernisi off the boards, right into the hands of Toe. 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. As Utica tries to go for a weekend sweep, Empire trying to split and get a win out of the weekend before they head back out west. And there's a rough turnover in the City zone. Played across by Adrian Perez to Pete. Sends it across to Perez. Uzi Tayu up to center. That's intercepted. Here's Segura on the run, and the pass was broken up by the defense. Adrian Perez. Uzi Tayu to Toth. High cross will end up in the penalty benches. And the ball spotted at center for Nate Bordeaux and company to start building back up again. Fourth home match of the year for Utica. They're 2-1 when playing on home ground. Fourth road match of the year for the Strykers, and they're an even 1-1-1 across their three. Boyelovitz off the far boards for Correa. To Milton DeAndrade. And now to Yelovitz. Play down the boards, Gerson into the corner. DeAndrade settles out of traffic, Bordeaux wide. Nate has it corralled in the corner. A sweeping cross, try to enter in with a late run was Correa. And the Strykers get the clear. Magana runs straight off the ball in the neutral zone. With 28.2 left, he was coming through with a full head of steam and got the worst of that collision. And he'll be able to get off the turf under his own power. Very short walk there, right next to the bench, with 27 seconds remaining. It is the Empire Strikers in front of Utica City FC here this afternoon. City yet to get on the board after an explosive opening quarter yesterday. And down on the turf now is Roberto Palmer out of Kingston, Jamaica. Down on the turf just outside of the officials' crease. And he'll be able to jog off in the direction of head coach Jimmy Nordberg and the Empire Strikers bench. Launch downfield with 7 seconds left. And that's out of play. They were looking for Frank Tayu. Bo sends it across. Forward from Elvis. Down to Gordy Gerson, and that's really a mere formality as NDI had the play blanketed. The ball deflects out of play, and Gordy rolling around on the turf, a little slow to get up to end the first quarter. But we have reached the end of 15 minutes of play. We will step away, come back with second quarter action in a moment on MASL TV.
Please welcome to the field the Utica City Dance Crew. Join us on the field after the game for a post-game autograph session at Matt's house, courtesy of Utica Inflatables. Please enter at the stairwell near section 218.
And a great performance, as always, by the Utica City Dance Crew. While we have an opportunity, we'd like to tell you about some of the great MASL content that's out there for you online. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you do not miss a note. And we'd also like to tell you about the great things happening on MASL Monday. MASL Monday is back with a familiar face this season. Join the one and only Alex Bastiavansky and other special guests each week to recap the weekend's games and keep up to date on all of the latest MASL news. That's MASL Monday, hosted by Alex Bastiavansky. If you're just joining us, a pair of goals on the board for the Empire Strykers as they head into the second quarter with a 2-0 lead on the road, trying to salvage a split on the weekend after losing last night 6-4 at the Baltimore Blast. Adrian Perez assisted by Mo Ndiaye at 7:39, and then at 9:14, the King, Frank Tayu, with the deflection, a crispy play in front of the left side post, assisted by Justin Stinson. Tavernisi set to kick off the second quarter. Let's rock and roll. Alava to Ronaldinho. And back to Alava. Downfield, Tavernisi, one-on-one, working against Ndiaye. It rattles back to Nate Bordeaux. Takes a detour back into the neutral zone. Utica will reset. Almost 30 seconds gone here in the second quarter. We've played exclusively 5-on-5 full-strength soccer to this point. No penalties handed out yet on either team. Both teams with a solid performance on special teams yesterday. Empire had a pair of goals in the loss to Baltimore, one of which I believe was on a penalty shootout. But it does get registered in on the game stat sheet as a power play goal. Utica with their first 2 home power play goals of the season yesterday. Magana in the corner working against Andrew Coughlin, who is way out of his net. And Yelovitz does enough to win the ball back as he inches away with it, center of his own zone. Score! Steven Fernandez! Sends that one top shelf where Mama hides the cookies for his 8th goal of the season. Really quick strike counterattack here. Fernandez gets it back. Off a bit of a mishandle in front. And Fernandez. Bangs it into the back of the net. Fernandez from Iona College, later Mercy College, out of Rego Park, New York. He's got points in 5 out of 7 appearances for Utica. With that goal right there. And it's now a 2-1 match as Fernandez halves the deficit. Ball was out of play. City fans want top of the box, I think, here. But they will not receive it. Toth off the wall to center. Isak Soma. Segura knocked down. Gets right back up as the play continues down the boards. Isak Soma ripped down right at the top of the box. Again, we play on the distribution by Toth. Downfield, just out in front of Bo Yelovitz. Izzy Cisse is there for the Empire Strikers. Pressure was coming quickly. The ball coming back to Cisse, who, when he made his Major League Soccer debut back in 2007, he was the youngest player to appear for the LA Galaxy at that time. Ronaldinho just wide along the carpet. I mean, Cisse, what a life that man must have lived up to this point. Certainly an eventful life. Settled in the United States from Sierra Leone at 11 years old and went on to the top level of American soccer in MLS. He shared a locker room with David Beckham, which is remarkable. Back heel by Segura on the set piece. Shot taken by Tavernisi, and that catches the high glass over the bar. Physical scrum in the corner. Bordeaux got it free. Gerson pulls it wide and gets taken down. Quickly pops up back to his feet on basically what kind of looked like a handspring style move. Tavernisi off the boards in the vicinity of Nate Bordeaux. And now Uzi Tayo looks to start the clearance. City trying to hold it in. Strykers the other way. Perez, headman pass up to Palmer. Perez drawing a crowd here, and finally the manpower advantage for Utica works out as Bordeaux sends it forward to Gerson. And he's not able to get another touch here as Toth steps out to the box line and corrals it. To Pete. And a foul up front against Utica. Frank Tayu along the far boards, outlets it back in front of the benches. To Pete, now sent downfield. And it will slip back to center, where Tepete gets another look at the ball here. 5'11", 180-pound defender for the Strykers. Empire seeming pretty content here to slow the pace down a little bit. After some of those really crafty breakout plays early that they were running to get runners in behind Utica. Toth with the downfield clearance. The ball settles at the feet of Taiyu, who turns a shot around Alava. Save made by Andrew Coughlin. Thrown distribution to center. Segura weaving to the top of the box. He shoots. Saved by Toth. And it's out of bounds. Segura with the free kick. Soma is standing there too, so could provide an option. Segura steps over. Soma shakes and bakes to the middle. A deflection to the foot of Segura, and he shoots high. It came off of Magana and right to Christian Segura. Through a two-man press, too. Did a really nice job of getting that ball through. Down on the turf at midfield is Correa. As Soma rattles it down the boards looking for Gerson. Toth has it corralled. And Cesar Correa has company over there in the form of one of our officials and Bo Yelovitz. And Yelovitz is waving out the trainer. If you're just joining us, 3 goals, 2 of which belong to the Empire Strykers. Perez and Taiyu in the first quarter of play. And then in the second, Utica getting on the board at 1:27 on Steven Fernandez's 4th goal of the season. Shots are currently credited at 9-5. A line something out of a Dolly Parton song. Correa being helped back up to his feet here by a member of the Utica medical staff. And the challenge appears to be putting weight on one of his legs. Certainly hope he'll be okay in the long run, but in the meantime, you just kind of hope the pain subsides quickly and then you can go from there. The good thing is he's up, he's moving, he's getting towards the bench. Logan Roberts out there to assist as well. Not in uniform today for Utica. Nice ovation from the fans. .9:01 to play here, second quarter. All set to restart. Ball will be in the hands of Toth for the distribution. He'll roll it out. Cisse touches it back. And now forward towards center to Stinson. And look at the speed. Look at the wheels from Isak Somo closing up on him quickly. Holy cow, Isak. It's like watching Beat the Freeze at an Atlanta Braves game. Out to center to Swift. Banks it off the wall to Segura. And I'll join everybody in our Twitch chat in echoing the sentiments being offered there about the Correa injury. I hope he's okay as well. The injuries are definitely one of the hardest parts of the job. Long shot, Ronaldinho wide, Alava scores! Juan Alava! His second goal of the season. And we are all square. Deuces are wild. It's 2-2 in the second quarter. He just stepped through on Stinson. That's how the momentum started coming forward. I believe that was Ronaldinho who manufactured the turnover. And Wanalava taking care of the rest. So that'll bring up our second quarter media timeout. 2-2, a much different scoring pace than what we saw here last night. Probably a little bit more similar to the scoring pace they saw in Baltimore last night with Empire than what Utica saw with Mesquite, where there were 11 goals in the first half. Again, that match, of course, ended up being 9-8 for Utica. Rafa Godoy had a pair of goals in his season debut for City. He's not in the lineup today. Tavernisi had a pair of goals. Gordy Gerson, of course, 3 goals and an assist. And that all overcame an effort by Luis Morales from Mesquite. He had 5 goals, which is just absolutely sensational. This, by the way, is Utica's second of 4 meetings against Western Conference teams. They'll play in early March in Mexico at Chihuahua and Monterrey. Empire has just 1 interconference matchup left after today, and it'll be on January 17th against the Baltimore Blast. That'll be at Toyota Arena. Robert Palmer to midfield for Hugo Magana Jr. Good pressure here. Fernandez on the counter. Sends one wide of goal. Ronaldinho pinches down. Left back for Hundelt, who shoots. That's blocked away. Really good effort there by Magana to stand in front of it. 7:18 left in the second quarter. 2-2, anybody's match. And even if one team or the other was up by a few goals, you could probably say the same thing, because the reality is almost no lead is safe in this league. Fernandez, great touch on it to get it around Palmer, but he shot it. Palmer dropped back and blocked it. 7 minutes to go before halftime. NDI. Across Magana, challenged by Swift, and retrieved by Segura. Ojelovic, spinorama move, plays it up the wall, out to center, and knocked out of play with 6:37 left in the second quarter of play. So anyway, our Twitch question of the day. It's Sunday. Pizza and wings are a popular choice. What is everybody's favorite wing sauce? That is my Twitch question of the day. Is it mild, hot, Armageddon, maybe honey barbecue is your style, garlic parmesan? I want to hear what your thoughts are. So again, if you're participating in the Twitch chat, chime in with your answers. Gerson, off the boards to Hundelt. Milton DeAndrade past Hundell. That's intercepted. Adam James had the takeaway. The ball is now on the feet of Tayu. Mo Ndiaye. Frank Tayu played it out to the wing. Cisse guides it forward. Long run for Stinson. Double team in the corner. Stinson ends up going down. Cisse plays on. Mo Ndiaye from distance. Save made by Andrew Coughlin. One of his best of the first half. Left wing side, Frank Tayu. Had the ball stripped by Ronaldinho. And Ronaldinho down at center. The ball is trapped between his feet. Tayu comes away with it. Stinson lights up a strike, blocked by Segura. 4:44 to play here in the second quarter. And Nilton is still down at center. And now Andrew Coughlin getting into it with Cisse a little bit. And those two are continuing to discuss. While they're sorting all of that out, we'll go back to a friendlier topic. Soccer Sam says that cotton candy wing sauce is amazing. What is that exactly? Few votes early on for everything wings. As Tayu, that's what people were upset about. His foot came down. And certainly that hurts more in outdoor than it does in indoor. And I believe that's going to result in a review. A lot of unhappy people all over this field right now. I'm not really sure if I'm watching an indoor soccer match or a session of Congress. I kid. So they will have a look at this. And again, play is under review. Ronaldinho, or rather Milton, taken down in between. And then you see the foot of Tayu. As he turned back, brought the foot down on his shin. Anyway, a lot of votes for everything wings, by the way, in the chat, and I agree. The doctor goes with Korean barbecue out at Ontario. Red card for Tayu. He has been sent off. Was not originally called a foul. They went back and looked at it. Tayu not even going to the Last Chance Saloon. He has been escorted out. And Jimmy Nordberg is on the field, absolutely handing his opinion to the officials right now. Cisse is having his word as well. And there has been an additional yellow card handed out, presumably for the following dissent, after the red card was issued. And Understandably so, Nordberg was on the field. Once you walk out onto the field to discuss with the officials, you're probably looking at a yellow card. With very rare exception, I think. Probably really a purpose yellow picked up by Jimmy there in a lot of ways. Wasn't happy, wanted to show his team that he was willing to stand up for them. Sometimes it's a great way to get your team going, but it also results in penalties, and there will be a 2-minute penalty. Shouldn't say the yellow results in a penalty because it typically does not. But Adrian Perez is in the box. So City to the power play. Their first of the day, either team's first of the day. 40% power play this year for Utica. And they are 2 of 5 on home ground. Cisse up in a high press. Ripped the ball off of Bordeaux. And a foul called on Cisse. Yelovitz to Bordeaux. Inching the ball forward under his right foot. Segura returns it back to the co-captain. And the co-captain passes to the other co-captain, Bo Yelovitz. Reminds me of a certain rum commercial, but we won't get into that. Shot high by Bordeaux. Backdoor, just wide for Joey Tavernisi. What a setup. Bo Yelovitz. Bordeaux sends that one over the bar. Very specifically, I'm referring to the commercial where everybody in the room is a captain. Uzi Tayu, right wing side. Tavernisi down. Foul was administered, 42 seconds remaining in the power play, after which Adrian Perez will be released. Gerson deflected off the feet of Toth and sent back to center by Adam James. Nate Bordeaux forward for Yelovitz. Bordeaux to the backside of the play. Redirect high for Gordy Gerson off the setup by Segura. A battle for it down the middle. And finally the whistle sounds to stop play. 6 seconds left in the penalty. And off the Utica foul, the Strykers clear it down. Penalty is over, Swift with the ball. And now lifted downfield, a redirection in front. Gerson taken down in the box on a 50-50 scrum with Robert Palmer. So we are back to 5 aside plus the goalkeeper. Utica unable to come away with the power play goal. Shot taken high and over the top of the bar by Pacheco. He had the game-winning goal in Tuesday's win against the Florida Tropics. Ronaldinho with a crossover move and then knifed it off the boards in front of Tepete. Nice effort here by Utica. Real grit on the ball coming through to try to transition, but it will end up back in Empire hands. Strykers were bringing it there defensively, that's for sure. Not shy about the pressure. NDI. To Pete. By the way, Mo NDI, a huge acquisition for Empire. Had 43 points last year with the St. Louis Ambush. Off the end boards, Hundelt trying to center it there. Was looking to connect with Fernandez. Hundelt down along the end boards, but the foul is on Utica. And a yellow card has been issued for dissent, presumably. And it will go on Dylan Hundelt. Another look at it here. Again, no change in manpower, but Hundelt is off for the next few minutes and into the second half as we come up on a minute to play. So it's a 5-minute temporary disqualification for Dylan Hundelt. Yelovitz to Nilton DeAndrade. Cleared away from the zone line by Mo NDI. And there's a player down at midfield. It's Magana. Quick pat on the back and acknowledgement from Nilton there as well. Good sportsmanship. At times, this first half has definitely been contentious. It's been physical. It's been intense. And we have a 2-2 score. Empire looking to maybe change that late. And now City has the ball. Tavernisi content to just dump it downfield to Toth. Low distribution. Sent downfield to close out the half. One final bid. And that nearly was on target. But it will be handled well by Andrew Coughlin. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Mo NDI with a rocket ship there from his own zone line. That's a good shot. All things considered, see if you can beat the buzzer with it, catch the goalkeeper in a bad spot. It's really making lemonade out of lemons there. Halftime interview coming up here with Michael Lear. Let's see who he's got. He's got one of our young friends on Kids Day. Bo Yelovitz downstairs for the halftime interview. We thank him for his time. We'll step away for halftime. Back shortly on MASL TV.
It's time for the Davidson of Rome High Five Intermission. Turn to the person next to you and give them your best high five. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bam! Go Utica FC! For your best deal on a vehicle at Davidson of Rome. Family owned for over 50 years. Shop over 800 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at DavidsonGMRome.com.
Let's go, Utica!
What's your story? What moments make life an adventure? Community is where memories happen. At Bank of Utica, enriching our community for current and future generations has been part of our mission since 1927. By supporting local, community-focused organizations, we work together to open doors to education, the arts, and meaningful career paths. Making stories to remember. Bank with Utica.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and check out all the perks. Like access to over 2,000 locations? You got it. Bring a guest anytime. That's right. And relax and unwind with massage chairs and more. Plus get tons of variety and space to move in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Join Planet Fitness today and get all the perks of the PF Black Card.
Get all the perks at Planet Fitness Utica. For more details, visit planetfitness.com.
Shoot! It's goal!
This is MASL at the half. What's going on, everyone? I'm Alex Basz-Javansky. Great to see you again. Hope you're loving the game so far. There's tons of stuff going on in the MASL at the moment. Here's a look at the latest.
So we'll see him up in the upper half a little more. Luis Morales, first shot, and there is the goal in the game. Just a few seconds, and Luis Cebollas Morales already making Dallas Sidekicks fans cry.
16 seconds. That's all it took for Luis Morales to open the scoring against his former club in this contest. The Dallas Derby resumed after a 2-season hiatus. Morales had 3 points for Mesquite in Game 1 of the home-and-home series. Alberto Rodriguez had 4 tallies for Dallas as they tried to rally back from a 7-0 deficit, but ultimately fell just short on December 29th. A huge East-West matchup went down as Florida hosted Chihuahua, who were anything but polite guests. The good for Florida, Victor Pereira continued his hot play with 3 points. The bad, Chihuahua was absolutely clinical in his finishing, led by Brian Macias, who had 2 goals and 2 assists, and Roberto Escalante, who added 3 points. The Savage with the smackdown as they beat up on the Tropics 9-5. The Battle of Missouri renewed in St. Louis last weekend, and this was one of the best games of the year so far. Back and forth they went. Brian Bement tied it for the ambush with just 19 seconds left, but James Togba shattered the hopes and dreams of the big home crowd with the overtime winner, his second of the contest. KC takes it 6-5 and now have won 3 of 4 against their in-state rivals this season. Other games to tell you about: Florida edged Utica 10-9. Monterey takes down KC 6-5 on the 29th. Milwaukee takes down Utica 9-7. And in the return game in the Dallas Derby, Mesquite takes down Dallas 8-7. Okay, trade alert to tell you about, and it's a good old-fashioned, straight-up, one-for-one deal. On December 28th, the Sidekicks sent defender Mike Jones to the Florida Tropics in exchange for Vicmor Eligwe. Jones is a veteran of 121 MASL games. Eligwe missed most of last season due to a leg injury, but he has serious offensive punch and scored in his debut for Dallas last weekend. Scoring leaders: John Sosa retakes the lead with 16 points, followed by Lucas Roque, Sosa's teammate Lucas Souza, and then it's Florida teammates Victor Pereira, Andrew Ruggles to round out your top 5 players of the week. And your defensive player is James Togba of the Kansas City Comets, who, in addition to being exceptional defensively, had a big week offensively. 3 points in 2 games, including, of course, the overtime winner against the St. Louis Ambush. And your offensive player of the week, Ian Bennett, just continues to roll right along. The 2-time reigning MASL MVP, 5 goals in the game against Utica that the Wave 197. IB26, the ageless wonder, just continuing to get it done. And your goal of the week, we're going to give it to Alberto Rodriguez of the Dallas Sidekicks. So many good ones to choose from, but here he turns the defender inside out, goes top shelf for the beauty. Upcoming games to tell you about: Monterey and Milwaukee, Dallas and Chihuahua, Harrisburg at Tacoma, St. Louis at Utica, and Milwaukee in Florida to take on the Tropics on the 15th of January. Then Mesquite will head to Dallas, Chihuahua in Monterey, Harrisburg at Tacoma to face the Stars, and KC in San Diego to take on the defending MASL champs. And just a reminder that even if you can't be there in person to watch the game at the arena, not to worry, we got you covered. You can follow every single MASL game live on Twitch. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the game. See you next time.
From couch to car and couch again, Cookies Q is your one-stop shop for dinner and dessert. Just give us a call, let us know you're ordering to go, and we'll have your meal ready for you hot and fresh. Eat like a boss and try our famous Boss Burger, or try one of our juicy chicken sandwiches. We've got combos, kids meals, and more. Did we mention we've got ice cream 7 days a week, all year round? And if you're feeling extra lazy, Cookies is available on DoorDash and Grubhub. Cookies Q and Creamery, open 7 days a week on North Genesee Street in Utica.
And they try to work it back to Tavernese. He got dumped, but coming in and firing the shot in is Bordeaux.
Beautiful strike that time. First time by Bordeaux.
Monterey in the middle of the box, shot and a
easy.
goal!
Beautiful ball movement too. That was easy, that was beautiful.
Jorge Luis Cortez, Russo.
Up to midfield, so we'll see him up in the upper half a little more. Luis Morales, first shot, and there is the goal in the game. Just a few seconds, and Luis Cebollas Morales already making Dallas Sidekicks fans cry.
Regged shot, goal!
And Zach makes the blast pay and ties it at 2.
Couple huge saves from Coughlin early. Soma with a slippery move and scores!
Once Pepe, oh no, it's stolen by Togba. Togba against Paulo, in all alone. He tries to take it around, he does, he scores. Wow. That's the end of the game.
And clearly all you got to do there is you got to make the goalie make the first move.
Sosa to Togba, oh, he hit the crossbar, goal!
Just like they drew it up, right?
Clutch by Leo Gibson, his second on the night.
Intense game here between these two teams. Ian Bennett shot on goal! IB26, number 4! And that was a laser.
Little inside out move that time. Ripped a dipper that time.
Spend your weekend brunching at Babes every Saturday and Sunday, now from 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. The only place to be is Babes for brunch, featuring our famous sticky bun pancakes. And did we mention $10 endless mimosas all brunch long? What more could you want in your weekend? See you at Babes, open 7 days a week on 80 North Genesee Street in Utica.
It's time for the Davidson of Rome High Five Intermission. Turn to the person next to you and give them your best high five. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bam! Go Utica FC. For your best deal on a vehicle at Davidson of Rome. Family owned for over 50 years. Shop over 800 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at DavidsonGMRome.com.
Let's go, Utica. ClickOnSupplies.com has no shortage of supplies for your home or office needs. From furniture to Post-it notes, ClickOnSupplies.com is always stocked with over 45,000 items, and shipping is always free. ClickOnSupplies.com is an enterprise of CAVV. Your purchases help provide services and create jobs for people who are blind or visually impaired. Create your free account today and save 10% on your first order. Use code WELCOME10 at ClickOnSupplies.com.
Warm up at Stewart Shops. From hot coffee to soups, hot entrees, and cheeseburgers, Stewart Shops is a great place for a quick bite that will warm you up and satisfy your cravings this time of year. You'll find more choices than most fast food restaurants, like the delicious meatballs, the crispy chicken sandwich, chicken tenders, and the endless combinations of make-your-own hot dogs with free meat sauce. You're in and back on the road in no time with a hearty meal that will keep you going all day. Warm up at Stewart Shops with great, easy food.
When it comes to investing, looking from a fresh perspective can make all the difference. It can provide what we call an unlock, a realization that often reveals a better path forward. At Wells Fargo, it's our expertise in finding this kind of insight that has led us to become one of the largest investment and wealth management firms in the country. Discover how we can help find your unlock.
The opportunities and the experiences that a student gets at Herkimer College really sets them up for future success.
They have given me the skill set I need in order to be successful.
There's so many amazing professors. They're helping me a lot.
Classrooms are small, a lot of interaction.
We are one of the top community colleges in the nation.
We are smart,
focused,
vibrant,
connected,
diverse,
supportive,
welcoming,
affordable.
We are Herkimer College.
Welcome back to the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium as we get ready for second half action. We're all tied at 2 between Utica and Empire, and while we have an opportunity, we've got a few people to thank and a few other items you may want to know about. First and foremost, we'd like to thank everybody who is joining us today in the Twitch chat. Make sure you subscribe today for exclusive MASL content, and if you subscribe to those Twitch channels, it'll also tell you when games are live from around the league, if you have the notifications set up properly, of course. In addition, for your information, you can also follow the MASL on social media. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. And our broadcast today in the MASL season, of course, made better by the following partners. Quentas, app, card, wallet. Quentas has everything you need to manage your money your way. Visit Quentas.com today to learn more. And also our sponsors at SI Tix. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. Again, a 2-2 score. Shots right now are 13-6 as credited in the official stats at the moment. 2 goals apiece for both teams. Perez and Taiyu opened up a 2-0 lead for the Strykers before Fernandez and Alava brought it back level. And that's where we sit right now. Utica with the 13 shots out of the 19 currently credited in the match. 5 saves for Toth, while at the other end, Andrew Coughlin has just 2 saves in the first half. It's been a much more structured, defensively minded kind of game this afternoon than what Utica saw yesterday against the Mesquite Outlaws. Dylan Hundelt back in the penalty box to continue serving his yellow card, but again, no loss of manpower on the field. Still playing 5-a-side to start off our second half of action. Pacheco, Cisse, and around the horn to Justin Stinson as we start off second half play here at the Aud this afternoon. In our Twitch chat, MASL Soccer 2 asks, who thought this was the way today's game would go after watching last night? I don't think a 2-2 score at halftime was necessarily an easy one to predict. Given how wide open the match was yesterday. Off the end boards, Wallace-Scora attempt there by Robert Palmer. Looking for the runner in the box, but it was picked up immediately by Andrew Coughlin. Not only did Utica score a lot last night, but for Empire, after playing on Baltimore's field last night, this has to feel wide open. You kind of get used to playing with less time and space, and then you go back to a bigger field, and suddenly it's like you have the wide open spaces out there. A long shot taken by Stinson. That one will go up into the netting. If you randomly started singing a country hit from years past, by the way, after that last line, you're welcome. Ball was out of play. We have a youngster trying to heave it back over the glass. Second effort is successful. Smiles and applause for that youngster. It's all about getting the kiddos involved here on Kids Day. Isak Soma racing to center, right into the teeth of the Empire press, cleared out of play, and top of the box awarded for the Empire Strykers. Huge set-piece chance, an opportunity to break the 2-2 tie. And get on the board first in the second half of action. Traffic to the left side corner, Coughlin vacuums it up. Downfield, 2-on-0, and Toth takes the pass away. He's his own best defender there. They were looking for Nate Bordeaux, and Toth dove on it. And the officials now conferring with regards to what just took place. And it will be spotted back in the striker zone. Distribution awarded to Toth. Rolls it out wide. Sent across around the area of the zone line. Gio Alvis applying a lot of pressure. And that pressure eventually results in Bo Yelovitz getting the ball. He shoots, and it just screams wide to the left. Bordeaux up pressuring, meets Perez shoulder to shoulder. Foul administered by Utica. Up to Perez, Adrian Perez, who has a goal in this match. Had the first goal of the contest in what is now a 2-2 score. Nestor Hernandez around to Perez. NDI. And Andrew Coughlin will collect. Rolls out the distribution to Bo Yelovitz. Milton DeAndrade had it turned over. It was deflected by Pacheco. Now set to the feet of Hernandez, has to work quickly. Utica applying pressure pretty much as soon as the ball arrives on Empire's build-up here. It's really aggressive posture. They want turnovers. They want the lead. And that's kind of how they want to get it. Ronaldinho, Coughlin. Magana played forward here by Swift. Right side corner, centering try by Gerson was broken up. Following up the play to keep it moving is Segura, and now Wanalava will stand on it here with 11:23 to go in the third quarter. It's 2-2 between Utica and Empire to wrap up this weekend at the Odd. Olava Downfield, left wing side, Ronaldinho. Jousting here with Pacheco. Those two are going at it. And finally, Ronaldinho through the legs of the defender. Got up to Toth point blank. Courageous play there by the Empire keeper covering it up. He knew he was going to probably get kicked there. Still sitting at our 2-2 halftime score. Alava left it for Gerson, but it's ripped away by Stinson. Tried to traffic the ball forward. The pass deflected by Bordeaux. Empire stays with it. Cisse with a line drive shot. And the save is made by Andrew Coughlin. Christian Segura. Adrian Perez was up in the high press there for the Strykers. And head coach Jimmy Nordberg deflects into the Utica bench. Handed back over the boards by the one and only Logan Roberts. Former Binghamton Bearcat, graduate of Cicero North Syracuse. Utica looking back to Binghamton once again with one of their 3 picks in the MASL college draft that was held recently. Their second pick, a Binghamton player. Somo up in the press, helps manufacture what appeared would be a sustained run of possession off the turnover, but now it's cleared forward to Adrian Perez. Empire right back to work on the offensive end. Palmer. One touch back to Cisse. Palmer, backside run. Coughlin rips it out of the air. Downfield from Utica. Toth steps in front of it. .9:06 to play in the third quarter. We're knotted up at 2 goals apiece. Perez. Sent across to Pacheco. And downfield for Adam James out of Kearney, Missouri. Off the end boards. Mustafa Guy sizing up his next move. The pass behind Pacheco, but it gets across. Empire still in possession. Right-footed strike just sails high. Spectacular look there for the Strykers. To Pete. Around to Pacheco. Steps in, shoots left-footed and scores. Sneaks it behind his man and slots it by Andrew Coughlin. And it is a 3-2 lead for the Empire Strykers on the goal by Pacheco, his 4th of the campaign. Nice finish there by the visiting midfielder. (3-2) Empire. Juan Alava, who has a goal in this one. His 2nd goal of the season. Gets the touch, sends it downfield. The carom goes by Fernandez. Removed from the net front by the defense. Utica will reset at center. Nilton DeAndrade from distance, right-footed shot. Save made by Toth. City recovering back at center. Fernandez into the middle, Nilton DeAndrade. And that's broken up and turned over. Alan Perez. Right-footed pass to the far side. Nestor Hernandez across center. And keeps the line moving to Stinson. Stinson under pressure from Nilton and Nate Bordeaux. Nilton gets the ball back. Had it caught between his feet and ends up going down. Andrew Coughlin will do the honors on the free kick. Just over the head of Segura, who had skied up for the header. Fernandez's header goes wide. 6:50 to play here in the third quarter. Chris Toth, the native of San Diego, California. Off the near side, Bournes. Pacheco, fresh off the 3-2 goal, back on the field here for the Empire Strikers. Robert Palmer to Cisse, to Pacheco. Anybody's match, 3-2 the score here in the third quarter of play. Robert Palmer. Cisse at midfield. And takes the diagonal pass back up top. Justin Stinson. 19 goals a season ago with the then Ontario Fury. Stinson stepping down the boards, tried to center it. The pass was blocked by Quentin Swift. Settled down. Perez getting free, sends it towards the backside of the play, and it was cleaned up in front by Segura. Out to the speedy Ronaldinho. And made one move too many as Palmer helped take it away. Toth dives on it. Toth starts to send it forward. James under pressure from Wanalava. Izzy Cisse to Perez. Good transition for the Strikers. Right wing side, Mo Ndiaye, and that went off the hand of Coughlin as it came around. Ndiaye entering today's match, 2 goals and 3 assists for the man from the Ivory Coast. Shot going wide, the rebound right to Alava. Bordeaux trying to sidestep move on the counter. Tapete scores! Tapete with his 3rd of the season. And it's now 4-2 Empire Strikers, leading Utica City FC. Bordeaux thought he had it made getting out of the zone. Tapete did a great job of sealing off the boards. And then comes downhill and shoots. Venomous strike to be sure, as Striker Spire in our Twitch chat points out. Said lots of heat on that shot. I absolutely agree. And equally important, he kept the trajectory of the ball down. Didn't try to do too much. And if you can keep that mindset, your counterattacks tend to be more successful. So it's now 4-2 Empire Strikers as we hit the third quarter media timeout. And while we have an opportunity, we'd like to tell you about our MASL partners at Quentas, the official financial technology partner of the MASL. If you want free mobile service for life, download the Quentas app today and use promo code MASL. A look from around the league. One other score currently with goals on the board. The Tropics and the Harrisburg Heat. Florida leading Harrisburg 7-2. Chihuahua and Monterey are just getting started. Sidekicks and Sockers later on tonight. Next matches in the MASL won't be until Friday, when the Monterey Flash and Milwaukee Waves start off the evening. Sidekicks and Chihuahua as part of a two-match evening. Utica not in action again until next Sunday against St. Louis, a 2 p.m. kick here at the Aud. Pay attention to that 2 p.m. start time, a little bit earlier than the last couple home games that have started in the afternoon. Both of those have started at 3, in addition to the evening matchups that we've had. Certainly something good to keep note of. As play has resumed, 4:02 to play here in the third quarter. Downfield from Segura. Off the head of Bo, and into the middle where Toth is able to get in possession of it quickly. Stolen, Bo scores! Big, bad Bo Yelovitz! Has it back to a 4-3 match. His first of the day. His 5th of the season. Just got away from Hernandez there as it came across. Seemingly innocent build-up play by the Empire. And Bo Yelovitz hops on it. And floats it into the back of the cage, and now trying to get the fans into it here with the team down by 1. And there's an intercept. Ahead to Tavernisi, he shoots. Toth made the save, coming way out. Big recovery by the veteran keeper. Helped downfield by Wanalava. Tavernisi to Nilton. Credit to Gio Elvis, by the way, for starting off a pretty nice counterattack there a moment ago. City now down by 1. Nilton, DeAndrade steps up and tries to shoot. That's blocked away. And sent up to center by Empire. Mo NDI involved in the collision. And currently hunched over the top of the boards. Might have just been bracing himself from some pain there. But it looks like he's going to be just fine. 2:35 to play here in the third quarter. It's 4-3 Empire. Ronaldinho tried to take it away. Perez traffics it cross corner. Stinson in pursuit, but Yelovitz gets in front of it and is the first man on the scene. Bordeaux over the back of Tepete. Foul was called. It will be Empire ball. Long downfield ball. Looks like it may have gotten through the feet of Mustafa Guy for Empire on its way to Coughlin. Strykers win the ball back at center. Adam James. To Mo NDI. Back to James near side against the press applied by Ronaldinho. Nestor Hernandez. And off the scoreboard it goes. This will be Utica ball. And it will be at the offensive third line for Utica City FC against the Empire Strykers here. Really good free kick opportunity generated by what I believe they formally refer to as a superstructure violation. Off the end boards, Gerson to the front, Tavernisi scores! It took the scenic route on the set piece. But Peter Pan flies Utica to a tie game. Great extra play there by Gordy Gerson to center it off the end boards. Had a pocket, knew it. Tavernisi was there. And Joey Tavernisi has us tied up with his 8th goal of this season and his 6th goal in all competitions for the weekend. Off the end boards, trying to follow it up was Guy as Empire looks to retake the lead. Utica chases it back to center, a foot race. Cisse there first in front of Isak Soma. Not an easy guy to beat in a straight line. In terms of straight line speed, that's for sure. I can tell you 10 times out of 10, Isak Soma would convincingly smoke me in the 100-meter dash. And a shot just rattling wide as Empire tries to keep the heat on. Isak Soma down. Cisse doesn't like the call, but it is a foul, as assigned by our officials. Andrew Coughlin to midfield. Quentin Swift. Christian Segura under a lot of pressure here. Adrian Perez steps up in the high press. Quentin Swift tries to boot it towards goal to Pete. Deflects that away. Free kick for Utica City FC is on the way. It is 4-4, 4.7 left in the third quarter. A chance to maybe get the lead for Utica at the death of the frame. Time constraints definitely limit your options, though. Gerson steps over the ball. Bordeaux to Gerson. Sharp angle shot goes wide. One final bid. Segura redirect. And it's stopped by Gordy Gerson. I have a feeling the buzzer would have beat it. Toth gets in front of it off the deflection. We go to the fourth quarter. We're tied at 4 on MASL TV. Another wonderful performance from our Utica City dance crew, part of the overall entertainment package that Utica City FC can provide here at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. Always entertaining and always family-friendly entertainment as well, especially in terms of our ticket prices here at the Aud. You really can't go wrong. Really good opportunity to bring the family out. You can do so next Sunday. St. Louis Ambush in town at 2 p.m. kick here at the Aud. Entertainment from start to finish. And we've got an entertaining one here today after 3 quarters. 4-4 is our score going to the 4th. We've got an opportunity here. We've got a few people to thank, including MASLsoccer.com, your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note. And also follow the league on social media. You can do so at MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Let's roll here in the 4th quarter. We're tied at 4. Nilton DeAndrade to Isak Soma. In with speed and a slippery move to get to the corner. Working on Hernandez. In our Twitch chat, SBarber55 says that they just got here. Wow, Utica keeping it exciting. They absolutely are today. And the Empire Strikers in the second leg of a back-to-back home weekend. The Strykers really making Utica work for it here. That's not always easy after you fly across the country. Then play in Baltimore, then drive up the coast. Not always easy. Off the high glass, cleaned up from in front by Perez. City has it back, and a shot just goes wide for Ronaldinho. Off the wall to Quentin Swift. Now to Nilton DeAndrade. Tried to split the defense, ended up nutmegging Perez, but there was nobody there to clean up for Utica. 90 seconds plus gone in the 4th quarter. It's 4-4. Quentin Swift has room to run. Swift just wide. He was looking for Tavernisi on the doorstep. And Tavernisi, if that goes off its foot, it's 95% chance probably that it's in. Unless it sprays off the side of the foot and wide. Ronaldinho gunning wide. Utica looking for that go-ahead goal here in the 4th quarter to start off with a huge blitz of pressure. And a foul called back at center that will go against Quentin Swift. Empire ball in the neutral zone, right behind where our friend Keeper is standing, the Utica City FC mascot. Stinson, left wing side. Little shake and bake, working around Tavernisi. Off the glass, headed back by Hundelt. Bo Yelovitz to Coughlin. At center, Nilton slipping free. Tried the through ball in between 2 defenders. Fernandez not able to catch up to it. And Empire can look to start clearance. Fernandez up in a very, very aggressive press there. Up the left wing side, here's Pacheco. Neutral zone to Pate. Four. And not for long. Tapete able to send that one home for the Strykers, and it's 5-4. Back-to-back goals for the Empire coming from Tapete. After Utica had rallied back with 2 goals, Bo Yelovitz and Joey Tavernisi getting Utica out of a 4-2 hole. And Tapete comes back after netting Empire's 4th goal to establish that lead that has been erased. He establishes a new one. And afterwards, a little bit slow getting back to the bench here. Looks like he'll be okay. So the Empire Strykers assume a 5-4 lead on Utica City FC here at the On. Across to Alan Perez. Perez tries to nutmeg Quentin Swift. Did a nice job closing up to deny the ball. Adam James to Robert Palmer. Back to James on the far wing. Behind pressure, redirected off the feet of Ronaldinho in front. It was labeled wide, and Coughlin took care of the rest. It was on track to land right on the boards. But definitely dangerous when you get a deflection like that in front of your own goal. Adrian Perez, who started off the scoring today. Touched across, backside runner coming in at Stinson. Good entry play design again by Jimmy Nordberg and the Empire Strykers. City coming back the other way on the counter. Gerson sets it up! And one for the highlight reels for Isak Somo. His 2nd goal of the season. Roll that highlight film. Gerson with just a brilliant entry ball. Threading it through. And Isak Somo, in the face of pressure, able to lift it up and in with a great touch. Five. High fives all around here in the 4th quarter of play. Across to Stinson. Stinson working against Hundelt. Stinson tries to get free. Hundelt now has some help out there in the form of Nilton DeAndrade. Free kick coming up for the Strykers. Mo NDI behind it here for Empire. 2-man wall for Utica. Played out to the right and in. Very, very quick and direct set piece by the Empire Strykers. And you can put it on the board. Adrian Perez with his 2nd of the contest. 6th of the year. He's got himself a 4-point weekend. Mo NDI with the assist on that set piece. So it's 6-5 Empire. Deflected up and out of play by Fernandez. 2nd appearance in this building for this Empire franchise. It was a close game when these two teams met last year here at the Odd. At the time, of course, Empire known as the Ontario Fury. 4-3 final score that day. For Utica that day, Goldman, Segura, Bordeaux with the goals. 2 goals apiece for Palmer and Tayu was how it all shook out. Hundell along the right side. Ronaldinho to Bojelowicz. Segura battling with Nestor Hernandez. Pried free by the Strykers as Justin Stinson sends it across. Toth to Robert Palmer and up to center. Nestor Hernandez with the sliding play. Perez, who just scored his 2nd goal of the match. Stolen away. Here comes Gerson on the counter to Christian Segura. 2 of the franchise's best offensive players in the last couple of years. Out at center, Stinson. Down the right wing side, Perez wide. Mo Ndiaye. Around to Izzy Cisse. To the feet of Andrew Coughlin. And now to Quentin Swift. Former Baltimore Blast man in a previous stint in this league, now in his 2nd season with Utica. 7:10 remaining, it's 6-5 Empire. Can Utica find the equalizer again? Nilton De Andrade steps up approaching the offensive zone line, directing traffic as Tavernisi. Dylan Hundell along the boards. Foul charged to Perez. In our Twitch chat, JWS4414 says that he is the Baltimore Blast bus driver and actually drove the Strykers up yesterday. Or rather, from the overnight hours. Tip my cap to you. It's not an easy drive, especially overnight. Although I'm sure it goes a little bit quicker in the transportation business. If I was to drive to Baltimore right now, it would be a mental test of will, that's for sure. Be the longest drive of my life, actually. Down the left-hand side, Soma off the end boards. And the other way, here come the Strykers. Uzi Tayu leading the way up the right wing side, pass just beyond the reach of Pacheco. Nilton De Andrade, great little crossover move to find space at center. And just like that, turn the ball over as induced by Pacheco. Ronaldinho. Lateral pass attempt for Yelovitz, broken up by Tepete. Ahead to Ndiaye. Right wing side, shot high and wide by Uzi Tayu. Empire playing without Frank Tayu, who was given a red card in the first half. That's a weapon you don't want to be without if you're Empire. In the second half of a close game. But indeed, that is the case for them. Isak Somo. There's a steal. 2-on-0. They score. It's Perez. Adrian Perez wraps up the hat trick with the counterattack goal. On the 2-on-0, and that brings us to the media timeout and a 7-5 lead for Empire with under 5 to play. Here's a look at our Sprays Collision Center play of the game here this afternoon. And it was the set piece goal set up by Gordy Gerson. And right to the foot of the one and only Joey Tavernisi. So 7-5, the current score here on the board. We'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about MASL Monday. It is back with a familiar face this year, the one and only Alex Bastiavansky. He'll be joined by special guests each week to recap the weekend's game and keep you up to date on all the latest MASL news. That's MASL Monday with Alex Bastiavansky. Empire Strykers leading 7-5 over Utica City FC. Do want to again tip my cap. Second half, I'm sure they're out there watching, the broadcast team from the Empire Strykers. Love you guys. Hope to see you soon. And it honestly comes to my mind even further because of that particular piece of promotional material. Jonathan Reimer, the doctor, loves to make alpine skiing references with Alex Bastiavansky's name, and it's always fun. Always brings a smile to my face. And we certainly hope the game of indoor soccer brings a smile to your face as well. Extra attacker is on for City. Down 7-5, it's Christian Segura. Perez with his third goal. As it's 7-5, net is empty here, and just like that, Empire makes them pay. 8-5 on the goal by Adam James. Segura came back, tried to do what he could to be in position. And speaking of smiles, that'll make the Empire fans a little bit happier. As it's now an 8-5 score. Strykers trying to get their third victory of the season. Two, 4-1 overall. So fishing for that third regulation win here. And right now in the driver's seat to accomplish that. Utica keeps running with the extra attacker. Gordy Gerson from a sharp angle tried to turn that one with his right foot towards goal as it rolls all the way back into Utica territory. Segura has to hustle it down. Nate Bordeaux. Carefully across midfield. Strykers not up in the press really here. They're mainly trying to sit back. Now as Utica approaches the zone line, they'll press. And they win the ball back, but not for long. Fernandez lost the ball. And now up the left wing side. Perez looking for a fourth. He shoots wide. Bo Yelovitz the other way. Has time, has space, stops to try to lose Palmer and ends up outletting it back. Segura to Yelovitz. And out of the middle, back to Segura. Nilton plays it back to Segura again. Adam James nearly had it taken away. Here's Perez. Stolen back by Segura. Down the right wing side into the corner. Gordy Gerson from a sharp angle off the glass. And removed from harm's way by Mo Ndiaye. Stolen back by Bo. Looking for his second of the day. Crosses it over instead, looking for Gerson. And the head of one of the defenders knocking it away. With 2:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Segura lifts the ball to beat the press. Yelovitz to Tavernisi. And Segura from distance tries to shoot. That one fairly speculative as it goes high and wide. Timeout called by Empire. Chris Toth making the sign there to the official. Recapping where we're at up to this point, it was a 2-2 match at halftime. Perez and Tayu opened the scoring, and then Fernandez and Alava rallied back in the second quarter of play for Utica to tie it up at the half. The Strykers scoring the first 2 goals out of the break. Pacheco and Tepete making it 4-2. Bo Yelovitz and Joey Tavernisi rallying right back for Utica to make it 4-4. But 4 of the next 5 goals, all of it in the fourth quarter, scored by Empire. Tepete, Perez, and James. James on the empty net, outpacing the goal by Soma. And the Strykers find themselves ahead 8-5. Empire set to fly back to the West Coast tomorrow morning. Certainly good to see a little interconference competition here. Albeit a little bit less than usual. Eight to 5, 1:47 remaining. Bo Yelovitz out there playing the right wing side. He'll receive the pass now from Bordeaux. And now to Segura. Eight to 5, we're getting into crunch time here. Utica needs one, they need one quickly, and to be honest, they probably needed one a few minutes ago. Long shot to the empty net, goes wide on the attempt by Stinson. Bordeaux, Segura, and outletted to the perimeter for Bo Yelovitz. 1 minute to play in the fourth quarter. The Empire Strykers in front by 3. Swung out to the corner, redirected high and out of play by Joey Tavernisi. And again, one of the kids sitting behind the cage has to lob it up into play. Next match for the Strykers, January 17th, a Tuesday against the Baltimore Blast, to wrap up their interconference schedule for the 2022-23 season. And then they have a twin bill at home against the Dallas Sidekicks. Bordeaux curling one in. Toth diving out for it. And redirected back to midfield. Christian Segura. To Bo Yelovitz, left wing side. Nate Bordeaux angles it into the corner. Gordy Gerson, centering try. Izzy Cisse slides out to block Nilton DeAndrade. And that'll bring us to the end of the match. The Empire Strykers are in an Empire state of mind, as the team from the West Coast delivers an 8-5 win over Utica City FC. Behind a huge performance from Adrian Perez. Eight to 5, the final score here this afternoon. City takes their 5th loss of the season. They outshot Empire 22-16. But at the end of the day, Empire with a 4-goal fourth quarter as they come out with an 8-5 win. In goal today, Chris Toth making 11 saves to pick up the victory. While for Utica, Andrew Coughlin made 4 saves in defeat for Utica City FC. A week from today, Utica City FC will be back on the field as they look to rebound from this loss against the St. Louis Ambush. Kickoff time is scheduled for 2 p.m. For all of us here at Utica City FC, our entire crew, this is Ray Biggs saying so long, goodbye, be good to yourselves, and be good to each other.